It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram.
Jackson's pass.
Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they... And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 45 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Escaping the pressure right. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. He's going to let this one go deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
And the Ravens.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. The screen pass here to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's into the clear. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Complete to number 24.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Steelers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Torrey Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
At their own 2-yard line.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tariq Cohen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
The kick is good.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. It's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the Steelers' 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
To
Christian Kirk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Ravens 28. Steelers.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson now. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Back. Tighten up.
Again, Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
21-yard line.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
Here's Jackson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th
down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
3-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
Makes the score.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defense into a double team, and it's intercepted. At the all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White picks it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Calais Campbell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram.
Number 21.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
T.J. Watt.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he's forced out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds, the offense retains possession.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
From the gun, Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
He was brought down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well, and popped it free from his grasp.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
First down, Baltimore.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Jackson on the
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.